these Threshes are going to be running, because I've seen so many different variations. Like we've seen the Guardian Thresh, we've managed to see the Glacial Augment Thresh come through. I think it was Shousey ran Predator Thresh as well at one stage. So it's kind of nuts how many different variations you can have on the Thresh pick.
That was the thing I was most surprised about coming into Demacia Cup was that, like, sure, the Glacial Augment Thresh was there, but I still saw a lot of pros in solo queue running the Guardian.
Yeah.
And it definitely feels like Demacia Cup is, I mean, heck, we've even had Glacial Augment on the Leona coming in, which I don't really see anyone doing in solo queue. But I guess just the utility in pro play is too much to handle for these teams, Dagda, as I hype up my voice like a play-by-play because we are getting straight on to Summoner's Rift.
Rockets, fireworks. Yeah, let's go. Demacia Championship blind pick.
Oh
But yeah,
yeah,
I,
championship, not
I
cup.
my favorite one that I've been messing around with in solo queue is Glacial Augment Trundle, because he just pillars someone, it just shoots out the rays, and it's obnoxious to deal
It
with.
sounds
It's so
hilarious.
disgusting.
Yeah, like oh my god, give me. Bring me a Trundle Yasuo bot lane again. Get the freeze going. Get the knockup going for the easy pillar on the 80 carry, and let's spank some kids.
Yeah. It's pretty nasty, because it's not only the fact you get the slows, it's the damage reduction as well. That just means that you just don't really get to trade back particularly effectively. So it makes things a hell of a lot easier, which is why I think we see Hung running it. But Shousey going with a Guardian instead. So playing like he's still on 2021 patches. What an
So,
idiot.
yeah, I was gonna say, to summarize for people out there, Dagda is saying that Hung is an alpha male Chad that
Yeah.
whispers in your ear saying, "I'm gonna steal your girlfriend tonight." And Chelsea is the
No, no,
small
no.
boss that accepts it and realizes he has no real power. Dagda's words, not
Yeah.
my
Oh, no,
own.
no, no. My words were Hung doesn't even whisper it. Hung just announces it to the room and then does it. That's how Chad this got. There's
Oh
no
god.
whispering involved. He's just like gets up on stage, announces he's stealing your girl, and everyone goes, "Yeah, that makes sense." Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, Mr. Chad. Mr. I mean, what do you do against that? It's OP.
That yeah, they just accept and say, she's not even my girlfriend anymore. She's yours, and you're my boss, and you can have my house and my kids. They're yours now, Mr. Hung. As the rest of these lanes, Dagda, kind of boring. Sure, we have Jace versus Kennen, which could be a lot of heavy trading, but I don't care about that because I'm a play by
Oh,
play, which means there's
level
Lee Sin in
two,
the bot lane.
level two.
Dagda, what are you doing? He's doing nothing. Give me some
Yeah,
hard hitting analysis. Oh, the flay! The hook misses. Flashes come out. Lee Sin flashes forward. The Q lands, and there's tons of damage. But Beichuan actually goes down. Okay, 1-for-1 trade so far. Elk running away. Shall see first blood, and we are just straight chilling.
yeah. I mean, this is a big win for Ultra Prime. You get the kill back for the AD carry. You've completely screwed your pathing here as Beishuan, because you went from red to Krugs rather than actually going for like a lot of the single target camps that Lee Sin likes. And now you're getting your blue stolen away by hackers. So Ultra Prime coming out better for wear when it comes through that play.
Yeah, it doesn't even look like their bot lane's gonna lose anything in terms of CS. Aliez is fine, just chilling. Ashin's pointing out that LWX got a kill, but it does not matter at all because it is LWX. And even look even looking at Vision, right? Ultra Prime got wards on enemy Raptors. They have, ward on the enemy blue from the invade they just got. It looks like they should be able to double scuttle. They're just taking everything. It doesn't matter if Hung was the more Chad in the support role because Ultra Prime is the more Chad team.
Yeah, and I'm a bit worried now that basically Hacker goes, clears his bot side, resets, and then can just like look to keep swinging in onto this bot side, because he got push mid, push bot as well. But here we go. Hung flashes in, misses the hook, and then nice play from Shousey to keep himself topped up for as long as possible. But unfortunately, Elk, just as he flashes in, the ignite ticks down, so he won't actually get the kill back in his pocket. It's going to go to Shousey instead.
Yeah, gets excited, gets out of there. Bit of a farm discrepancy in the jungle right now, as Dagda pointed out with all of his smart words of what was going on the map. That is what you'd expect. Top lane, though, completely even. Dagda, I don't care about win conditions, but let's hit some win conditions. What do you want to see from both teams?
I mean, for Ultra Prime, straight up front to back team fighting seems pretty good. Ali is trying to see if he can set that up when you've got like late game scaling with both the Corki and the Jinx. With Corki even running that first strike rune, he's going to be getting a ton of gold. So We'll see if Ultra Prime can find those team fights. Whereas it looks like for FPX trying to opt in towards more of kind of a 1-3-1 scenario when you've got like Shella who trying to push in the side and Gory seeing if he can take over side lane. But that will be tough because you've got a good amount of wave clear in Ultra Prime. So chances are they'll end up trying to find these funky fights and objectives and respond to Ultra Prime.
True. You're just gonna be chilling in mid as LWX hung in Baytron, and suddenly a giant Corki package comes, smacks you in the face. Alias coming with the TP flank. You're all dead. There's nothing you could do. So once again, Dag, I'm gonna be summing up your words all night. You're just saying this will be an easy stomp for UP, otherwise known as Up, otherwise known as a great
Yeah.
Pixar film that deserves a sequel.
Yeah, you're like so whatever words I say, you're like the subtitles that actually come up at the bottom that are telling people what I actually mean. That's what we need for the rest of the night now, you know?
Ooh, I like it. Yeah, I get to be like the Key and Peele skit of the Obama anger translator. I'm
Yeah,
your
yeah,
anger translator.
yeah, perfect. That's what we need. Well, that happens when I get angry. That's what I wanna know. Like, "Oh, nice hook," but cleanse milk, but,
Okay, okay, here it goes. Shit hook by Hung, says Dagda. It could have been better. Why did you not burn his cleanse sooner?
exactly. Man, you're on point with these. I'm digging this. This is great.
I'm just saying. I'm just we had an American holiday together. We saw cowboys. We spent money. We hung out with Captain Flowers and
By the way,
Ender.
sorry, you're talking about Chads on this. Can I just say, we went to Vegas, right? I watched Lyric just rock up, like just goes, "Hang on one second, guys. We're walking to get breakfast," and he goes, "I need 1 second." Walks over to one of those blackjack tables, the video ones, just slams $100 and instantly pulls a blackjack, like straight off the bat, like just no issues whatsoever. It was just like walked up, chat as fuck, slammed £100 into the machine, and just walks away with all those winnings. I was like, how did you? That was so badass. It was just
Yep.
like nothing. I was like,
Ah.
what?
I just gotta say, I learned a lot from when we saw Maestro do that invade that we'll always reference of him solo killing Junja.
On the
I
Nautilus, yeah.
yep,
What a
I
time.
took that into my gambling life, and now I make a lot of money. But we see Hacker approaching the bot lane. LWX does have sums up, so he should be fairly safe. Hung playing back as well. Looks like he is playing Lantern duty. I don't think Ultra Prime should be able to find anything, and they don't.
I mean, Hung just kind of being a nuisance here. Beishuan is here, but I really feel like you don't want to take this 3v3. So yeah, they're just gonna back away. Honestly, I think at this stage, Ultra Prime, we're not gonna the reason we're not talking about the game, as I can see in chat, is because basically FPX have set themselves behind because Beishuan kind of fucked up his early pathing going for that level 2 gank. Now Ultra Prime are just going to use the fact that they have pushing mid and pushing bot to stall out this game and get to late game with their quirky and Jinx. So this is just going to be really boring, which is why we're not
Ooh,
saying
no,
much.
it's
What?
not. We get the hook coming in. It lands. Elk already low. Shousey going down. 2 kills going over to FPX. Looks like Hacker is going to go down as well. And as we said, there was no action happening. Hung sets it up. And we get 3 kills over to
This
front
is
porch
why he
lane.
steals your girlfriend. This is why he steals your girlfriend. You know, he comes out of nowhere. You think, you know what, this is going to be totally fine. And then out of nowhere, he gets it as Gory. He tries to go on to crime.
Ooh, nothing gonna come of it. It's yep, gonna be able to get out scot-free. But yeah, that was a really nice play coming out from Beishuan. Ultra Prime thought they were safe because obviously Hacker did just path through bot Tribrush into enemy jungle. Baytron looked like did go just down through bottom lane from his Krugs. And yeah, it sets up for this beautiful play.
Yeah, really nice play from Hung. Flashes in, get the flash out from the Jinx, but they're just able to follow up on it. So FPX kind of giving the El rope up there to Ultra Prime, and Hacker ends up coming in just a little bit too late and gives his life as well, as Beishuan's able to pick that one up.
Yeah, the good old, Uno reverse coming in from FPX. And it was even a really nice read, right? Because even before Hacker showed on the ward bot, they had an idea that he was coming down. Ultra Prime were stacking up the wave. Hung was playing Lantern Duty. And I mean, heck, you already have Gale Force on LWX compared to no Mythic on opposite side. So I think for FPX, you just keep hammering home on the spot lane.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to kind of stop it at this stage. You're kind of chilling here as LWX. And I think that's kind of interesting to see because, especially as LWX is the only remaining player, he's the one who's got to be the big veteran for this team. Hung, yeah, has a little bit of experience, but in the grand scheme of things, LWX is the guy that you want to be kind of stepping up and taking control. And you're seeing it here as well, right?
It also makes you wonder what the communication situation is with Gory, right? Because you would assume Gory does not speak Mandarin, but People might have forgotten this. Gory did spend one split as a sub for EDG. I think it was spring split of this year. Yeah, spring split of this year,
Oh,
Gory
was
was a
it?
sub for EDG. So didn't play any games. EDG kind of acted like he might play some games, didn't. So maybe he has some Mandarin from when he did stay with EDG, but you would assume maybe the crux of their communication is coming from Hung and LWX, if not.
Yeah, and I mean, when we saw Beishwan at FPX last time as well, he was very much kind of getting directed by his team. Where like you could see
Yeah,
him trying to link up with Crisp and Doomby, but he kind of had no
basic
autonomy at
trusting.
all. Yeah, it was just like go where they tell you to go and do it immediately. But might get caught out here.
Ooh. Yeah, Wind Becomes Lightning does land. Batron having to burn the ultimate. Dragon coming up. Ultra Prime. Having vision control, I think if FPX want to go through, they're doing the correct steps, walking through bot lane because LWX is the strong member of the team. Both top laners do have TP, so potential action can break out if FPX want to contest.
Yeah, I mean you've got the reset coming through from Jace, so actually Shadow going to get a buy is
Ooh, Hacker goes in. Batron getting low. I headed off to Dag an awkward time, but I don't care. The rocket comes out. FPX. Oh, Alias with a really sick ultimate takes down LWX. He's the damage dealer for their team. FPX
oh my
continues
god,
up 1
Shadow
0.
who?
Shallow, who is massive and crying, the only one who can be relied on.
Penta,
Oh, we're getting. Oh, sorry.
Corey,
Corey
what?
comes in and says, I am a fucking scumbag. This is mine. And FPX win the fight.
Get Gory off the team. What the fuck? You can't
That,
believe you just stole that. Shadow
that's why
who?
he never got the game on
What?
EDG.
That was insane. Shadow who came in with a massive shock blast, sets it all up. Because Ultra Prime here, this actually looks pretty good, right? They get onto base one, they're able to set it up. You get really low with Elk, and he's just looking for that one reset. But then you just see them all kind of group up as Alias comes in here. And I'm surprised by how much damage came out from both Gory and Shadow who here. Like, that was
Yeah.
so much. Oh, I think Gory managing to steal away the cannon notes, did a good amount of damage, but Shadow who coming in, and then, like, where's he going to go? Like,
I get Yeah, I
what?
guess. Ooh, yeah, Shalhoub didn't even take first strike either. It was just phase rush coming out. So just, normal Jace damage doing that. Really nice ward coming out from the side of FPX as well. Alias TPing to the bot lane brush, getting that nice flank off. And one thing I'm realizing is this job is actually very hard. How do you see what's going on in team fights? I honestly don't know. And I just am like, oh, hey, a hook. Let's say hook. Oh, hey, people are dead. Death and
Yeah.
blood. And, then you move forward.
See, the secret to being a really good color caster is that we get to see the same fight twice before we actually have to comment on it,
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
which makes things a lot easier, you
So I
know?
I actu I actually have a secret strat. So, with how bad our stream quality is, you guys might not know, our stream quality for LPL that we receive is like
144p.
360p. Yeah, it's yeah, maybe 144p.
Yeah.
So I also have Twitch open on the side for T fights, so I get to see the fight 3 times. The fight, the replay, and then the Twitch fight. I guess 4 and the Twitch replay.
Beautiful. Yeah, just making sure you cover Shousey though. Can't quite get the hook there. And FPX are just gonna walk away.
Yeah, FPX already taking the tower, already 2 dragons to none. We came in kind of, and by we, I guess I should say me. I should lump you into this, creating this narrative that Ultra Prime would pub stomp FPX.
Hey,
That
I agreed with
hasn't
you.
exactly happened.
You know what, Lyric? I'll go down with you. You
Don't
know
go down
what?
with me,
I
Daddy.
would
Don't go
no.
down.
We're gonna go hand in hand. We're LPL color casters slash daily play-by-play casters, so I will always go down with you. Don't worry.
My favorite part about the setup we're doing with this is that you are definitely clearly the more qualified one to do play by play, like 100% easily, right? Everyone
I
in the
have
world
done
would
it for
agree.
other games, yeah.
Exactly. That's what makes this even better.
It wouldn't be a linked cast if we actually went towards what made sense, like realistically, you know.
Ooh, also, shout out to Pabu, who is in chat. Shout out, Pabu. Nothing else. That was it.
That was it. Okay, I thought there was
That's
going to be a
it.
follow up, you know.
Nope. I made it sound like there would be, but, that's all that needs to be said. Yes, he is the human highlighter. That is, a great way of putting it.
Sorry,
As
production
is
asks questions, and then for kind of just like no one on the cast can actually hear it, so it just becomes really strange where we're just replying to like nothingness.
I just wish Ashin would just accept that he is also part of the broadcast at all times, and that chat should always be able to hear him.
That is true.
Yeah, but you're kind
No,
of a
no,
bitch, Machine.
no pressure, Ocean. Just all of us,
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I might call you a bitch, but I am not refusing that I am also a bitch. That's it's those are not mutually exclusive things. We could just both be little bitches. Yeah, now I guess we talk about map state. Herald looks like it's going to come up pretty soon. You have Ultra Prime playing through top. No map control for FPX because LWX is just coming back onto the map. Probably going to push out mid, get some vision
Yeah.
control down. But this point in time, Dagda, is it fair to say if any fight over Herald comes out, FPX are favored? That
Yeah, I
fair?
mean, you got a 4-kill Jace, Eclipse already done, very quickly working towards the Manamune. The Gale Force Everfrost completed there for the 2 mid and bot. So yeah, I think for FPX, they're in a pretty good spot. I think for Ultra Prime, they definitely come on line a little bit later when you got the Corki and the Jinx there. So they should be fine. Um, but it's just going to be a case of like, yeah, they need to try and stall out this game. Whereas FPX, they're feeling pretty strong right now.
So I know we've had Corki in Demacia Championship so far. I have not watched every game. And I know, First Strike is the standard now, but is it the First Strike, like AP Crown of the Shattered Queen Corki that we've been getting, do you know? Or is it just normal Corki? Or if you
Uh,
haven't seen either,
this looks like the one that I've seen is the Manamune Luden's Echo Ravenous Hydra one. Um,
Ooh.
which like technically you could go this game because they're not exactly the tankiest of people, and you can actually get a good amount of damage off. But I don't know if that's where we're getting from Crying. I think the last one we got was just your bog standard quirky build, the like Immortal Shield Bow build.
Oh,
Um,
there it is though, Dagda. Watch
okay,
out for
yeah,
getting bought.
yeah. So it looks like it is going to be that one. I know a lot of people are giving it to Mid Beast. I don't know if Mid Beast came up with this build. I don't know if Machak can tell me, or he just kind of made it popular. But
Ooh, Gory going in though. Alias pops the ultimate 2v1. Gory looks like he's gonna go down. Flashes. Tries to get the stun, wants to finish him off, but Cryin comes in and says, no 1v2 for you. As action happens on the top side, LWX finds a kill on Deshausi. And 1-for-1 over on the map. FPX do have first push on mid. They should be able to get that with the Rift Herald up, and you would assume that should also turn into an FPX soul point.
hell yeah. As you can see, Beishwan, he's going to set up that dragon. They got the push going to mid. That one's gone. So nice job for. Oh, okay. It'll stick around for a little bit longer, that tower. But yeah, I mean, for FPX, kind of a big win there. The fact that you managed to get that pick and you get so many of the big abilities out of Ultra Prime and that bot lane play from Gory means that they can't really contest. So FPX kind of going from strength to strength in this game. And what we were saying as at the beginning, Ultra Prime looking good coming into this. Well, this FPX actually looking pretty strong.
Yeah, and I wanna see what happens in spot lane play because I think, Cryin had package, if I'm not
He did,
mistaken.
yeah,
But,
yeah,
yeah, they blow so much for this. It looks like an int when you're watching it, right? But he took so much attention away from
yeah.
mid, pulls out
Oh,
Chowsky and Elk from mid, and I don't know why I'm going over this replay. It was sick as fuck.
yeah. I mean, I've been really impressed with Hung Thresh here because I was kind of thinking, yeah, Shousey, Thresh by far his best champion. He always pops off in this, but Hung's kind of been given a bit more of a masterclass on it, if I'm being honest here. Like the plays on the bot side of the map, now getting that big cleanse there in the mid lane so they can actually follow up on the play. Hung's been pretty monstrous on this pick.
It's kind of funny too, right? Because I think when you look at FPX's roster on paper, you're kind of like, it's so sad they lost
Yeah,
everyone. The new lineup just looks so weird and disjointed. But Hung is definitely a sleeper OP pick for the side of FPX, right? Always been one of our top supports. I think support has always been a bit of a shallow pool in the
yeah.
LPL, so it's not saying too much. But I definitely think Hung has always stood out as one of the good supports in the LPL.
Yeah, I agree. I think it was just the fact you're losing Crisp, who is actually a like not even just a good support in the LPL, like globally considered a really good support. Um, I think it's going to be hard to kind of be like, oh yeah, well, this is going to be the same bot lane for FPX, but I mean, right now it is working out pretty well. So we'll have to see if it continues through that. Because for Elk and Chelsea have actually had a pretty pop off Demacia Cup. They've been able to get a bunch of double kills from themselves and looked really strong as a bot lane duo, but LWX and Hung are kind of just mashing them around the place.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting, right? Because I think Hung had like a really good balance of being a decently lane dominant support player with iBoy, but also impacting the map to where For those who don't know, the transcripts that came out, I believe it was Teacher Mo who said on stream why Elk and Missing decided to split up is like, they were good friends, they still really like each other, but Missing wanted to impact the map more, but Elk would call for more attention in lane. And Shousey, as we've seen throughout the years,
Yeah.
especially around the time when they were E-Star coming in their first split, loved to play around the bottom lane. So probably just a better fit overall for Elk being alongside Shousey, even if this game isn't really working out.
Well, I'm actually curious to see how this Chemtech map is gonna play a factor because I've seen a lot of times when we end up with these scenarios and you got something like a Kennen or something that like really wants to find these kind of sneaky flanks in. If you're trying to fight for next dragon, which is going to be up in 2 minutes, something like Ali is getting either some sort of TP ward or like even just the opportunity to walk through that vision denial spot makes it really really tough for FPX to try and contest. So well, right now, FPX, at least they have control of the map, so they should be able to get to Dragon first and make things a little bit easier. But if Allies can actually get into a good spot and not be spotted, FPX could be in trouble.
Yeah, it definitely looks hard with the vision FPX have right now, though, right? But
Yeah.
oh, Dagda, no! Baytron comes
No.
from behind, kick comes out. Shalahu completely whiffs the shock blast coming out. Aliez still have Baytron, actually the one who goes down. FPX really wanted it, but they weren't
Oh
able
shit.
to land the impactful skills. Shalahu might go down as well, is able to get out scot free, but Hacker is still going for it. Gory forced to run away. Hung, though, sets up the pick himself. TP comes out, Dagda, and I don't know if anything else will happen. Damage super high from both sides. Guess what, though, bros? Dragon still ain't up for another minute. And in the words of Ender, sheesh.
Beautiful. But I mean, maybe Ultra Prime can try and get some vision control back, but it looks like actually they're just going to focus on their camps and then maybe look for a later reset. It does mean FPX should be back on the map first, though. Should have priority on this dragon and might be still a little bit difficult for Ultra Prime to try and contest this, especially when they're going to be missing some of their ultimates as they come into this. But Ali is here and manages to, our base one tries to get the pick, but as you said, Shellahu swing and a miss. This is miss number one of this fight. Ali is, just about manages to be saved by Xiaoxi's lantern. But I want you to keep your eyes on this TP as it comes through. Xiaoxi, oh, we don't get to see it. Xiaoxi just hooks the cannon minion and then ults thinking, oh yeah, I've got this guy. And like, it wasn't even close. It was,
Oh,
it was
God.
really sad.
It's a tragedy. But Dagda, before you were talking about, up not going for taking control of vision, just looking for resets, blah, blah, blah. So what you're telling me is that FPX, the team with the lead, the team that has wards, the team that has push, are still in control. But I'm wrong because big damage is coming out. Dagda, what's going to happen? I don't know. You tell me. Go,
FPX are
Dagda,
going to
go.
keep poking, and then it's not going to look good for Ultra Prime. But let's see it happen. You're the play-by-play. This is your moment. Pop off, Lyric.
Okay, this is my moment. Both teams posturing in front of the dragon wards, being killed. Minions hitting each other on both sides of the map. Rockets being shot and missing for crying. Gory, though, has some rockets of his own. I don't really know if those are going to be all that impactful for this team fight that FPX want to take, where Ultra Prime actually have range advantage. Hook does land. Package followed through by Crying. Alias, though, finding a
Ooh.
really nice ultimate, taking down numerous members, but LWX is still alive. Might not have the best guns, but oh my god, Elk's range is too OP. And Ultra Prime should be able to finish this one off. Elk takes a big hit, flashes in. Ultra Prime get the ace, and they take the dragon. And Dagda, they found the ultimate that you wanted them to find with the cannon.
I mean, it was a really nice combo with Alias and Crying. They just delete the backline, and Elk pops the hell off. It means that then you've now got a ton of damage being able to abuse that long range, as you nicely pointed out, Lyric. And now they get the dragon, they get these towers, and they should be able to get back control a good amount of this map.
Yeah, I believe FPX's highest gold lead in this game was 5K, now down to 2. We get to see
Yeah.
what happened. Gory's still in the Corki ultimate. I don't think does too much.
No, but actually, really nice package from Crying, and then Ali is straight away with the big follow up. LWX is just kind of zoned out of that fight because of the package, even having to flash over to get the kill on towards the Gorky. And then this whole time, Elk just free firing on the back line. You end up getting hit by the box as well there by LWX, so there's just no way to close the gap onto the Jinx, who's just free firing.
I just want to say Sheen gave my play-by-play a 5 of 10 in chat, and I take that as a win. You know, I have
He's
had to
just
do it.
he's just jealous. He's trying to neg you.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. He knows he knows I'm coming for his spot.
Yeah.
which I guess would change nothing since we both cast LPL, but I'm
Yeah.
coming for you, Ashin. You fucking
This
motherfucker
is
is up.
we have to do the flip, you know, because last time basically the play-by-plays had to all do the color in 2021 where we were trying to get
Yes!
in and out in China. Now all the colors have to do the play-by-play for 2022. It's only fair.
I agree. Well, sorry, Ashin, Munchables, Hysterics. You guys, gonna have to take a bit of a back seat as, roles have kind of reversed. Ultra Prime, the team with a lot of good vision on the top side of the map. FPX are gonna now retake it, but still, the fact that Up are in a position where they're able to walk into their own jungle, contest waves mid, feels like a far cry from where we were, 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, especially as they start to move over towards this barn now. Alias doesn't have TP. He's down on the bottom side of the map, so I think for Ultra Prime, not really going to be able to contest this too much. Especially as FPX started up, Alias is a long way from home.
Yeah, FPX gonna be looking for the bait. They don't actually have amazing turn potential, right? You do have Hung who could
Yeah.
try and find the singular pick, but still, that hook misses. We're gonna see what we're seeing on our screen now. The poke from Ultra Prime just gonna be a bit too much. They're gonna be able to force them off that objective. And Dagda, the Dagatron, Mr. Daggerino, does this just come down to a fight over Dragon?
I feel like it probably is going to. Like at this stage, you've got two AD carries that are pretty massive. Actually, getting the quick maul coming through from LWX, try and keep himself alive from Alias. But again, it feels like FPX at least have control of the map, which makes things a little bit easier for them to set things up. But the short range makes it a bit hard for them to deal with. Like Crying if he has package, Ali is going in with that big ultimate. So I think it's going to be curious to see how the next few fights stack up. I feel like if you can get Shallow, who's absolutely massive at the moment, to get some good poke damage down, you've got a good spot for FPX where maybe they can force Ultra Prime back and try and take some of these fights. But Chelsea with the hook.
Okay, Beichuan taking a bit of damage. Really nice coming out from Ultra Prime. Going back to what you were talking about, yeah, it feels like for FPX, you kind of need an amazing accelerated shock blast of Shalahu
Yeah.
to hit like right onto Crying and Elk. You need Gory to be able to take away Alias's ultimate and then find the perfect engage onto them to be able to win any fight, right? It like
Yeah.
you need so much to go right.
The only other option I can see is like Gory basically stealing Alias's ult and being able to sneak in behind Ultra Prime, right? Like kind of just setting up for that easy shock blast. Because if you can get the stun onto Elk and Crying, cool shock blast into follow up from Shadow, who feels like the best way to try and finish this out. But yeah, it's just tough when you can see how easy not easy access. What's the word I'm looking for?
I like
Easy
easy access.
performance. Easy, yeah, easy performance. I'm gonna go with Ultra Prime's composition has
Look, we talked. Hong has easy access into
ease of
many
execution.
things.
Thank you.
No,
It
no,
is
no.
like
Easy access.
easy,
Hung and
perfect.
your
Yeah,
wife. Now, maybe
beautiful,
should keep
beautiful.
this stream a bit more PG rated, but until Asheen says otherwise, I don't care and I
By the
hold
way,
the
Dagda,
feet to
fuck
the
you.
fire. Did
I
chat
love that
hear
I
that?
just have this. Yeah, the can. Yeah.
Oh wait, that's you doing that?
Yeah, I have a button for it.
Oh my god, that is great. Do it again, do it again, do it again.
By the way, Dagda, fuck you.
Oh wait, pick comes out. Hacker going in. Hung hits the flay, but is Hacker getting caught out or is Hacker catching them out? Gory stealing away Hacker's ultimate. Cryin does have package up. Poke coming through. That is massive damage on Beichuan, but Hacker though does take a nice accelerated shock blast from Shalahu. Okay, looks like Up in the advantageous position for Dragon so far. Gory trying to find an angle to be able to get on the back line. Ultra Prime do get the Dragon.
Oh,
Crying finds the package. Alias goes in with the ultimate, but he's the one that ends up going down. Still does a nice bit of damage onto the members of FPX. Gory still pretty full. LWX not finding any avenue into the fight to do damage. And now we're seeing the range discrepancy come out once again from Ultra Prime. LWX looks pretty doomed. Oh, it's kind of like hits Gory. Finds one. Gory, though, does trade his life for it. Overall, what is that? A
where
three?
are
A
you
4 for
going,
2?
LWX? Where are
Oh,
you going?
wait. I'm waiting? Let's wait. Let's keep waiting? Okay,
No, he's
nothing's
dead.
gonna happen. Oh!
I
Well,
mean, there we go. A nice fight from Ultra Prime. They couldn't get the engage. Honestly, Crying's Quirky's been kind of clean this game.
I'm telling you, man, this is the This is the edgy crying arc. This is where he grows out
Yeah.
one side of his hair, more of a fringe, wears all black, gets some, jewelry going on, to
Okay.
match
Okay.
yourself to, be like the great Dagger. But yeah, he's gonna
Yeah.
just become super strong and slaughter his
Oh,
enemies.
Hung,
Yeah, Hung's
run,
dead.
Hung,
I'm calling Hung,
run.
and I'm not even a play-by-play. He's just dead.
Yeah,
Bam,
he's
boom,
screwed.
wham.
Yeah, I've decided to fully embrace my midlife crisis, but getting my ears pierced and everything, So,
It looks
um,
great though.
oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Anyway, go.
and
Sorry,
you're
go on.
and you're complimented it, which
That is
leads to win.
true.
But there's a Baron going on the screens. Who really cares? Does Baron mean anything in this world? I don't think so. Ultra Prime, they take it, but FPX get the moral victory of Batron killing his Gromp and getting a nice recall.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's basically gone vegetarian rather than, But either way, FPX not really able to get the fight they wanted. Again, it's kind of just the problem is getting access to backline. You can see right there, Gory gets a really nice ultimate, but it's just not enough. Cryin has already picked them apart. Ali's again having his flash available literally at the same time the dragon comes up every single time means that they're just completely decimating FPX at these fights, and LWX can't really have an impact because there's just no follow up.
It also just goes back to the old mantra of playing against Aphelios, right? Of just outrange him.
Yeah.
Like what can he do? He loves when you run into him. Jinx and Corki always. So I see a lot of people talking about his build in chat, but I don't really know if it would make too much of a difference. He would have no access onto
Yeah.
Jinx or Corki. It would be a struggle for LWX no matter what.
I mean, your build only matters when you can auto attack, right? And he's not able to. So I think here I'm kind of surprised to see LWX. That's why, like I said at the beginning, I was kind of surprised to see the blind Aphelios. It just feels like you're entering into the bad side of the matchup against the Jinx when you're kind of like, hey, we could have just taken Jinx ourselves, or even gone for something like the Caitlyn if they wanted to.
This was
It's just a bit strange.
LWX. Oh wait, what are we seeing on our screen? Okay, the hook comes out from the threat. Oh
Oh no!
wait.
Oh no!
Maybe if we had like more of the screen, we could see what he was thinking, like if someone was there. But with that
Yeah,
frame, I feel like the Demacia Championship observers just wanted us to flame him very hard.
yeah. It's just not nice.
No,
I for one believe. Look, we've seen Hung being absolute chad for the majority of this game. I'm not going to believe that he's just going to turn around and int like that. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Oh, it was Chelsea, was it? All right, it was very small.
That's believable.
Well,
It's not believable.
there we go. Maybe it is believable now.
Well, okay. Now we have more aggressive staring coming out from both teams, more accelerated shock blasts. Not hitting it was blind, so
How aggressive
it's
is it though? Is
happening.
it like one eyebrow cocked, or is it just like just menacing?
It's like Dwayne the Rock Johnson at the height of his WWE reign, staring at you and
Gotcha.
saying, Can you if you smell whatever it is, I don't know the line. Or the millions.
You nearly
Hey.
nailed. That went from you like nailing the rock
I know I didn't
impression to
know it.
just
I
being
didn't know it
like
at
the.
all.
Did you ever have a dream where
Yeah.
where you just did that and and then you.
I don't fucking know. I just know him as DJ, the guy who hangs out with Kevin Hart,
Beishwan?
and no, Beitwan ain't doing anything, Dagda.
I
Calm
believe in
down.
Beishwan. He streams. He's got to get them Twitch clips. He's farming it.
Okay.
He's about to farm it. He's farming it.
Okay. He
He's
kicks
farming
Elk.
it.
No, he did find it. Dagger's right, Elk. I don't know anything. Beitwan sets up the play. They find all the damage. Gory's gonna keep going, and Alias turns around with the ultimate, though. Slicing Maelstrom doing a bit of damage, but not enough. And now FPX can just keep running forward. Gory, though, what are you doing, my dude? Oh, can Ultra Prime turn this play? Crying's damage is massive, but Shallow, whose damage is better, ace over to the side of FPX. Batron, you are an absolute god. I am an absolute ape. And Dagda was right again.
I mean, look, I understand that Beishwan's a streamer, right? And you need to find those clips. You need to find the stuff that you can put on YouTube, just so that then you can actually get more people into the stream. And that's what he's doing, right? He knew that all he had to do was wait it out. He'd get that clip, and there it is. Beishwan gets the kick onto Elk that wins FPX the game, and he's going to have at least 2,000 more viewers in the stream.
Yeah, we're gonna see here how it starts. Hacker goes in, they feel fine. Even at first, it doesn't look too bad. Batron finds the kick, instantly runs away. But Shallow, who jumping in, the damage, Dagda, the damage.
Yeah, this chase is huge. He does so much. And that's why, like, as we said, we're kind of relying on like Xiaolahu to see, hey, look, can he get that big accelerated shock past or set it up? Especially if Beishuan is going to be able to get these kicks onto prime targets like the flashless Jinx. Maybe you can set things up, but LDX, I think, needs to kind of chill a little bit because that was a little close to him, messing things up.
I think LWX is in the mindset of like, okay, look at our roster. I'm the world champ. I have won a Worlds. I have won an LPL. I need to step up. I'm the big boy on this team. And, maybe he has a perception of like, Doinby and Tien and those guys, I carried those motherfuckers. It's the LWX show now.
Yeah, and
Don't know if
then
that's accurate, but
and then Jace is just like, Xiaolau, who the fuck is this guy? And just coming in with his 9-2-6 and just absolutely
oh
wiping the
my
floor with
God.
him.
We just got the fucking Irish Conor McGregor impression. If you missed it, you missed everything. Thanks, Rob. That's all I've ever wanted.
No worries, man. I got you covered.
I consider that my Christmas present from you. That was fucking amazing. But we got Scion passive, Chemtech zombies now on the Rift. Should be quite hard for FPX to lose a team fight, but where there is a will, where there is an LWX and a Gory, there is always a way.
Well, Baron is a thing that exists. I want to see them fight. I've kind of like still given up on trying to analyze this game because it really just feels like whoever manages to get like in towards the backline first just tends to win it out, which kind of happens when you got like Jinx and Aphelios on other team.
Yeah, right. It's kind of become, can Beitron get on Corki or Jinx? If not, they're doomed. But if Beitron can do it, they will fucking destroy you. Now, I mean, heck, again, they have Chemtech Soul. They have control over the Chemtech Shroudy Misty Zone. I don't know if there's actually an official name for this, but we're just
Let's
gonna
make
call
one.
it.
We're the first, yeah. We're the first ones. We
Ooh.
get to make it.
I'm not creative, Dagda. You're the creative one. Okay,
Chemtech.
damage. Oh, actually, I don't care about the fight. Oh, the damage was big though.
Oh my god,
Beitron. Okay, he did secure it. So nice job for Beitron finding the steal on the Baron. Why
Everyone's on
is
the
there
wrong
no
side of the
fight?
map. Look at the
Yeah, I
mid.
want to
Look at the
fight.
mid wave.
Oh, Dagda, I wanted a fight, but instead FPX are just gonna push for the end. That all came out of nowhere. I don't know what's going on. Hung stopping recalls right now, but we just want to fight. Oh, Hung. Okay.
He's got the Chemtech Soul. He's just got what?
Yes! We
What?
have action. The fight comes through. Ultra Prime looking for the engage, and FPX are gonna take it. I actually shouldn't be the sod because my roommate's sleeping. FPX are killing the Nexus. They're pushing the base, and FPX take the fight.
I mean, that was a way and a half for this game to end. The steal into the backing stops coming through from Hung. And FPX managed to take game number 1 in. I don't even understand what way.
Yeah, that was that was really confusing too, because I thought FPX were the team that was on Baron because of the size of the map. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh wait, no, that actually was a
No,
steal.
yeah.
And then it's like, okay, we're gonna get some fights, we're gonna get some action, and we got nothing. But Dagda, the most important part of that game was you were about to come up with a name for the green mist of doom. Did you come up with something?
The green mist of doom.
Oh shit, I'm a fucking genius.
Yeah.
Well,
You know
guys,
what? Yeah.
no,
No.
Chemfog sounds way too
Boring. Yeah.
it's like serious.
Yeah. We call it the hot box. It's a hot box, right? Because they're all like,
yes.
because it's just full of because it's all
They're all getting high as fuck.
they're
I
all
agree.
zone drugs, right? Yeah, so it's the hot box.
Also, if you have not opened the Huya stream of this cast, I don't know who the guy in the middle on the Chinese stream is.
Oh, he's
but
buff as all
he
hell.
looks like a
Yeah.
super jacked Teddy, and I'm all for it.
Yeah.
So, Teddy, if you're watching this co-stream, you gotta step it up, brother. I
Have
know
you
go to
seen
the gym.
Have you seen Free Guy
No.
with Ryan Reynolds?
No,